Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, welcome to another edition of the Bricks by the Bay 2013 exhibition updates. And today I have update number 10 for you guys, which is coming in late by the way, which I do apologize for, but you know, luckily it's only a day late when I'm filming this. It's currently Friday right now, and hopefully I could get all of the details that I need to go over covered in this update, and I can give you guys a really good look at what are some of the things that have been going on within the past couple of days and the last couple of hours. So let's get started here. As always, let's go to Yavin 4 and the overall mock progression. I finally remembered to do this in the beginning. The overall progression of this mock as far as the build, 63% done. Now I say 63% done because really I have all of the parts needed to pretty much make this mock a little bit over 75% completed. They're all back there. However, since they are not really in the mock, I can't really say that, you know, it's like 75% complete or 85% complete. So really now as it stands, it's still above like a 63%. And now let's get on to the more interesting details of this update. So you guys are probably wondering what's up with the setup. Why has it changed from the last time? Well, actually guys, like I said, this update's coming in late. So it is currently Friday, and this vlog should have been uploaded yesterday, or this update, not the vlog. Sorry guys, I haven't uploaded the daily vlogs either, so I'm kind of a little bit in the wind with that. But yeah, so mainly I changed up the tables today, mainly because I needed a better view for my upcoming Droid Army and Clone Army video, which is going to be set up amongst these two tables. But another reason is because I have an official work date with at least one of my team members coming in to finally help build some of the parts for this mock, and I'll have a little bit more info on that in a little bit. But that is one of the main, those are pretty much the two biggest reasons why the tables are now set up the way they are. Plus, I figured, you know, the arrangement of the tables hasn't been touched for really over a year, so I figured why not change it up a little bit. You know, a whole new edge of Misery Productions is going to be released in 2013, so why not change up the whole work area setup and really everything else about how Misery Productions is going to be run in 2013. So yeah, that's a little bit of an explanation as to why the tables are now pretty much the same way throughout the entire work area. So now we get on to some of the more interesting parts. Last week I made a trip to Los Angeles, or well, at least the outskirts of Los Angeles, mainly because my great-grandfather passed away and it was the day of his funeral. So we went down there to honor his life. And you know, while I was down there, I didn't really want to go on the day of the funeral, so I went to the Glendale Lego store just as a small birthday gift from my grandparents. You know, I didn't talk about Legos at all, or really think about Legos on the day of the funeral. You know, so you know, because I don't know why anybody would think about anything else when a relative passes away. You know, it just wouldn't feel right. So on the day before the funeral, I went to the Ontario Lego store and I got myself 2 Pick-a-Brick cups. And the good thing about those 2 Pick-a-Brick cups is, even though the store itself had a really poor selection, and when I say that, they had a really bad selection of parts for like just making some pretty basic mocks. Well, any basic mocks other than Yavin 4, because that it was pretty much all the parts I picked up at that store were 4. I got a lot of 2x6 plates, which is pretty much exactly what I got in the Bricklink order. But in that cup right there, you can see in front of you guys, that one, I got a bunch of 2x6 plates and 1x4 tiles, all in reddish brown, to help with the pathway being finished. And I also got a little bit of extra plant detail. Got some stalk and bamboo pieces to also help with this MOC if I do run out of any of the parts in this box here. So that is what mainly happened when I went to the Lego store. I got a bunch of other stuff when I went to the Glendale Galleria store, which was a birthday present from my mom. Just in case you guys need to be clarified, the 2 Pick-a-Brick cups in the front were when I went to the Ontario Lego store with my grandparents, and the 6 in the back are from when I went to, actually the 7 in the back, are when I went to the Glendale Galleria Lego store, which had a lot better part selection for other MOCs with my mother. That's what all those are for. But those are not for the Yavin IV MOC. That's why I'm not going to go into detail about those. So anyways, went to the Lego store, got those parts. On the second day that I got back, I got the Bricklink order that I placed the week before, consisting of parts for the pathway to finish up the entire pathway. I got a bunch of 1x3s, 1x2, and 1x4 plates, all in reddish brown, and I got more 2x6 reddish brown plates as well. So hopefully that's enough to complete the pathways connecting throughout the MOC to the pyramids and all around the trees and just everywhere in the forest. So that's what I plan to accomplish with those parts, and that's what I got in there. Well, that's the majority of it. What I also got in that Bricklink order were parts to finish up the sniper towers, which I just finished up yesterday, which really should have been shown yesterday if the update would have been uploaded on time. But those are the sniper towers. There's just 2 over there, and then there's the other 8, if I could get a good angle on them. But yeah, just here's a little more closer look at them. I pretty much took a lot of those round 2x2 gray circular bricks, the same kind of bricks that I use for the trees. I took those but in dark gray and put them at that same height. I used the macaroni pieces that I got from the Bricklink order that came close to a month ago finally, and I also put a bunch of those little grid plates on there as well, just to add a little bit of more detail and to cover up some of the studs that were sticking out. So the sniper towers look great, and I'm really proud to say that they look nice. Oh, and just a little back note, today while I was moving this thing around, I realized that the cave that I had previously shown to you guys in another update was on the edge here. I don't know if you guys maybe noticed it in another update but weren't telling me, but this whole thing was on the edge, so I had to move this thing 1 stud back so that it's on the plate now, and it took a little bit of reconstructing, but now it looks fine and everything's still removable. The top of the cave is still you know, you can still take that off and put the clones in there. I still need to do that once I receive all the clones. But yeah, so that is just some of the stuff that I actually did this week. Now for the stuff that I plan to do. So I told you guys that I had planned for Jeff, who is alright guys, sorry for the interruption. I had to let my mom pass through the garage. But yeah, so as I was saying earlier, Jeff's gonna come tomorrow, and I plan to at least have that whole back half completed, like fully detailed. The trees are done, everything completed. That's my goal for tomorrow, at least. And I plan to at least have the rest, you know, wait until the rest of the team is here, and also, you know, have them work on some of the other MOCs. Now, if I didn't mention this earlier in the update, I have one last Bricklink order to make, and actually I think I did mention that, but just in case I didn't, I have one more Bricklink order to make, and that's for the tile surfaces of the pyramids, and that Bricklink order will be made soon. And right now, currently, the MOC itself, over 2/3 of the MOC parts are actually acquired. So I'm really happy about that. Oh, another thing. Like I said in the past updates, all of the trees would be somewhat symmetrical heights. The trees with the evergreen limbs would be all symmetrical, and all the trees with the dark green limbs will be symmetrical. Well, that's not the case anymore. I got a complaint about that on Flickr from a dude who is actually really respected on Flickr, and I changed it up, because I realized that having the trees all symmetrical was too unrealistic. So if you guys kind of didn't notice, now a lot of the trees are now different heights from one another. The heights are ranging, it's more random and sporadic. I might have to change that up for the smaller trees as well, but I might not, who knows. But yeah, I only did that because you guys may recall I had a bunch of extra circular reddish brown bricks that I could use, so that's what I put all of them towards, is making the heights of the trees more sporadic. So that's what I finally did there. And a little bit more on the MOC organization tabs. Like I said, tile Bricklink order, and then the whole MOC is finished. And this MOC is still a RC custom sponsored MOC, so the Kashyyyk troopers will still be made by Republic Customs, and I'm actually talking with him about it now. Since he is not going to be sponsoring the Umbara MOC, I figured, well, I could just move him to making the 41st Elite Camo troopers right away. So that's what he's going to be working on. So he's going to be working on Commander Gree, Clone Troopers Buzz and Draw, and the rest of the 41st Elite Camo Squad. So those are going to be the customs from Republic Customs that are going to be in this MOC. And those will be seen later on, probably around the same time that the rest of the clones that are going to be in this MOC will be seen, which won't be for probably about another good month or so, just because it's going to cost me a lot to get all those clones here. So I'm going to have to stock up on cash real fast. And the last thing I really want to say about Yavin is that I might outsource the clones for this MOC if I can't get the decent price for them at the decent quantity that I want them for. By that I mean I have a guy who is willing to sell me a couple of Phase 2 clones, plus I have another guy who's willing to give me some 501st clones, but that's for the Cascade update next week. But I might outsource the clones for this MOC. I hope that may be the case if that saves me money, but as of right now I am fully unsure about that. So a little bit to reiterate, the whole entire MOC progression of this entire diorama is 63%, and that's the official note. As for this thing here, it's a jumbled mess, I know. But I moved the figures out here so I won't keep forgetting to show you guys some of them if I end up getting new figures. So the figures are out here with the MOC now, and this thing, it's totally jumbled up right now, but after the Clone Army setup, because I need 2 extra base plates for that, once that setup's done, I'm going to put them back in here, and I'm going to reserve those 6 base plates for the Rishi MOC, and I will immediately start working on this MOC if given the chance. But I do have my first Bricklink order for this planned. As for other Bricklink orders that I need to plan for this, like I said, still roughly about 10 to 12 orders. So, that is going to be slow going with this thing. The overall progression of this MOC is still 25%. So, there's nothing new from the last update. Still going with Commander Fox, and I still plan to have X0 Fett make Commander Fox for this MOC. And the last thing, or last few things if you will, still CAC sponsored MOC, same thing with Yavin, and the Clone Troopers for this MOC, mostly the Shock Troopers, will be placed last as far as having their Bricklink orders ready. So that is pretty much it for all the MOCs I have in the work area, and I hope I covered everything for Yavin, and I hope I covered everything for Rishi. So now I'm going to take you guys into the bedroom, show you guys the display stand, and give you info on the collab MOC and the overall state of the production team. Alright guys, so I'm going to bring you guys to the second half of Bricks by the Bay update number 10. I'm going to have to go really fast with this because we don't have a lot of time. So let's narrow it down. I've changed up the collaboration mock from Operation Nightfall to Order 66 Felucia / the Battle of Felucia. More details on that will entail soon. This is just a private decision made by me. But aside from that, everything on that progression is the same, still 5%, even though the change in mock. The display stand, I got the taller back already, which still needs to be upgraded as well. But I managed to get a couple of new RC customs as part of the stand, mainly the old mock contest prizes, but they're here now because I canceled the contest, and now they're there as part of that. So overall, 75% still need to get the new X0 FET customs. Still have the days marked on the calendar over here, and last but not least, I have the production team already planned out almost, and soon I will have all the members here, and I will have a picture posted up on Flickr of every team member along with new Misery Productions 2013 gear. So that is pretty much the rest of the update. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys in Bricks by the Bay exhibition update number 11. Please rate, comment, and sub. Bye guys.